Joined by assistant coach Keith Urgo leading up to the Wisconsin game. Well, coach, you had a couple days off last week after the Ohio State game.
Yeah.
How's practice been to get ready for Wisconsin?
You know what? I think we're really excited. Our execution was about as good as it's been all year long. The last 2 days, you could tell the 2 days off was huge for our guys. Their legs were rested, a lot more energy. So it was a key part of the season to get that couple of days for rest.
How do you think that's going to translate into the game?
Well, we hope they come out with some passion, some energy, and we're at home, and again, each and every home game it's crucial that we got a big crowd, and so far every game we've had a bigger and better crowd. So we expect tonight to be the best yet, and hopefully our guys will feed off that energy. I think they're very excited to get back on the floor, obviously after a disappointing loss to Ohio State.
Play a Wisconsin team that's won 5 in a row. It's the fourth straight game against a ranked team.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Wisconsin's defense first. Holding the teams to about 36% shooting, 49 points a game. Talk about that.
You know what? They represent their coach. Tough, gritty. They get after it. They're very experienced. They do all the little things. They're 5 guys playing together. They don't try to get out and extend and do things that they're not capable of doing. They stay inside the three-point line, which makes it very difficult to find driving lanes. So if you're not shooting the ball well from the outside, you're going to struggle. They do a great job on help side, help the helper. And again, they do a phenomenal job on the defensive glass. They don't allow you to get any second chance opportunities. For us, that's a key. We're very good on the offensive boards, and we get a lot of second chance, third chance opportunities. So again, tonight, that's going to be one of the keys for us.
Jordan Taylor, a guy that's seen a lot of basketball in his time in the Big Ten. What does he do well, and why is he a tough matchup?
You know what? He does everything well. He does a little bit of everything. I mean, you're talking about a kid who was first team All Big Ten last year, first team All Defensive Team. So, I mean, he does a little bit of everything. He's leading. I did not know this until I was taking part in the scout, but he's the NCAA leader, all-time leader in assist-to-turnover ratio. I mean, that speaks for itself. He's phenomenal. And he's got a flair for the big moment. He makes big shots against Illinois. He made a huge shot at the end of the game against Indiana. He had a big-time pull-up with about 30 seconds to go. So you have to contain him. You got to force him to take contested jumpers. And recently, a little bit more out of character for them, he's gotten out in transition. He's tried to push the tempo a little bit against Indiana towards the back end of that game. They did a good job in transition, opened up a lot of threes in transition for Brust and Gasser, and that's really what broke the game open against Indiana.
Talk about the tempo itself. They're not known for getting out in transition like you're talking about, but what are you expecting?
You know what? Tempo is everything to those guys. So they try to dictate it every single game, and certainly in the last 3 or 4 games, they've done a good job doing it. They try to lull you to sleep. They're very methodical. They're very patient. And what happens is when you have to play defense for 25, 30 seconds, you get exhausted, your legs get exhausted, then you try to go down on the offensive end, and your legs just might not be there. Not necessarily in the first half, but usually they don't blow teams out. They pick them apart, and with about 8-7 minutes left in the game is kind of how they pull away because you've been playing defense for so long. So we want to try to obviously get stops. Again, they're a great offensive team, offensive rebounding team as well. So we want to limit them to one shot, and we want to get Tim Frazier and company out in transition, try to dictate tempo for us, which is a little bit more up speed.
What are the keys for you on the offensive end of the floor?
Being patient. Being patient. Like I said, what they do is they lull you to sleep on defense, and then so you're tired and you want to take quick shots because you're frustrated. You just play D for 25, 35 seconds. So we have to maintain our patience. We've got to take good shots when they're there. We've got to share the basketball. We've got to drive the ball. A lot of teams get nervous because they pack it in, so they just settle for perimeter jump shots. We have to drive the basketball, get to the free throw line, and again, we have to crash the offensive glass.
What about on the other end of the floor? Keys on the defensive end?
Just similar to Wisconsin, we have to prevent dribble penetration. Jordan Taylor does a fantastic job of getting in the paint and creating opportunities for his teammates. Once we do that and we limit them to one shot, you'll see a number when you watch their film. They get a lot of their threes on second chance, offensive rebounds, kickouts. Because they're such smart basketball players. They'll get an offensive rebound, 3 guys will be surrounding them, they'll kick it out to an open shooter, and they're fantastic when they get their feet set. So we have to limit them to one shot, and we got to crash the boards.
Coach, best of luck tonight.
Thanks so much.